Hey everyone, it's Fake Banana here. So today I wanted to try something a little new. Get my mouse out of there. Something a little new. I basically wanted to show how I set up some Pokemon, but I wanted to put my little twist on it, which I'm sure some people have probably already done. But I want to go through some of the PE Pokemon that you never see. The reason why is because I feel like a lot of these Pokemon would get used if people knew how to use them, I guess is what it is. Um, so basically, I'm just gonna go through their move sets, their EV spread, the item they should probably be holding, how to use them, and what not to use them against. Because I think that's the reason why. Oh, and one of the other big things is why they're probably in PU in the first place. So, another thing, the reason the webcam's gone, I didn't feel like it was necessary for this video. Just these kinds of videos don't really need a webcam. I don't see why. So we have a Golem here. Mine's named The Rock, and with exclamation points, so I don't want to yell right now. My voice hurts. So basically, this isn't my set. It's actually a friend of mine, a guy I work with set. You're gonna see a couple of his sets on here because he uses a lot of PU Pokemon. This one in particular, however, because I told him it'd be a great Stealth Rock user, and he started using it. He made a set for it, and it works. So basically, the EV spread's pretty simple. You just want to max defense, max HP, give them the extra 4 in attack. Just make them hit it slightly harder. You either want to give an Impish nature or a Relaxed nature. As long as the defense goes up and either the special attack or the speed goes down, you're fine. He's not speeding anything and he's not doing any special attacks, so either of those can go down. If you're running on a Trick Room team, you might want to make the speed go down just to make sure you're slower. Little tidbit. The ability is sturdy, obviously. The moves you want to give him are going to be the Smackdown, which is stab, and it makes anything hit with Earthquake, which is Earthquake comes in right there. The Stealth Rock for the setup, and the Heavy Slam for I'll get to that. The item you want to give him is a Rock Jam to make the Smackdown hurt even harder. So and raise the attack by 30% plus a 50% stab. So it's plus 80%. 50 times 80% of 50 is 35-ish. So I'm gonna raise the attack damage to about 9 or 80. So about 90-ish. I can't do math in my head. Probably should have did it before I did this. Whatever. Stretch. So basically, he's a suicide lead. What you do is you want to bring him out, and you have the sturdy, so you're guaranteed 1 free turn. Well, not a free turn, but you're guaranteed a turn to live. And you set the Stealth Rocks up. It's just good help for your team. Obviously, Rapid Spinners can counter that, and like I said, we'll get to that in just a minute. And then he's still got an array of weapons. He still has an array of moves in his arsenal. He's got the Smackdown, the Earthquake, and the Heavy Slam. Now, basically the way this works, the Earthquake is his biggest stab move. He's got the 100% power, the 100% accuracy. So you use that for the most part. Now, if something can't hit with it, that's where the Smackdown comes in. If it's a flying type, it's probably going to die to the Smackdown. If it's not a flying type and it has Levitate, it's probably going to die to Earthquake next turn, more than likely. And that's what that's for. Now, the Heavy Slam is for some of the things that counter Golem, which was mostly little itty-bitty grass types, because they have Grass Knot and Solar Beam and things like that. They kill fucking Golem in one hit. So the Heavy Slam takes them out because Golem weighs a shit ton and they don't weigh anything. Another good one to put here would be Fire Punch because it's a guaranteed 75 power. But like I said, Golem weighs a lot. So and most grass types don't. So that's really on you. So the reason why I believe that he's in PU is his typing. Because he's 4 times weak to fire and water. Now there's some who are still 4 times weak to fire and water and they go up in typing, but they have ways to compensate for that. Rhyperior has Solid Rock, which lowers super effective damage. Some of those are special walls, which is the biggest thing, is that Golem has almost no special defense, which is probably really why he's here. Because he can actually take a physical grass type move and a physical water type move. He can take Aqua Jets and Seed Bombs all day. It's solar beams, grass knots, bubble beams, water guns, things like that. He like in Aura Sphere, whichever the one Blastoise uses all the time. He can't take those. Now that's where the sturdy comes in handy, because what a lot of people will do is if you start with a Golem and they don't have a water or grass type move, they're probably going to switch out, which gave you a free turn to set Stealth Rocks up, which means you can either leave or stay in. Particularly, you want to leave. And then you can come back in and set the Stealth Rocks back up if they have a Rapid Spinner or something. So he can force a switch out, theoretically speaking, obviously. And he's immune, or he's also weak to rock or ground, but he can take an Earthquake. I've seen him take an Earthquake from a Groudon. As far as item suggestions, you can go with the leftovers if you really think you're going to live that long, or you can go with the Citrus Berry, because what I like to do with the Citrus Berry, he goes into Sturdy, the Citrus Berry raises him back up to 26% HP, and then he can come back out at some other point, and he can set rocks up again if he needs to, for one more turn, obviously. That's if you get a free switch in, too. Warning, I'm tired. So Golem, yeah, try him out. It's the biggest thing I want to take away from the series is try them out. You never know. I hate Golem. I hated him before I saw how useful he can really be. He's not the most versatile thing, but he does what he's supposed to do. Particularly in lower tiers, especially in U, because there's not very many Defogger and Rapid Spinners in that tier, and hazards aren't usually that big of a problem. So it'd be a nice surprise for the other team. Now, using him in OU, however, you can make it work. I've seen it work. You just have to have a lot of power behind him and ways to compensate for that weakness. One really big thing you can do, especially in OU, get a Water Absorb, or someone with Water Absorb, and someone with Sap Sipper. And just predict what the enemy's going to do, and you can switch in and out. You actually put him on a team with a Goodra, with the Sap Sipper, then it could come out, or an Asmora with Sap Sipper instead of huge power. Yeah, alright, yeah, that might work. But just try him out. Yeah, that's really all I got to say about this guy. Decent. I get why he's in PU. I just wish he would move up. More people should probably try to use him. Alright, Ed. So Fake Pedette out.